Welcome to another episode of Talking Business. Today we have business owner of Farmhouse Scents and Designs, Sarah Davis. Farmhouse Scents and Designs located in Berkshire, New York on 198 Jewett Hill Road. And her little shop here has different types of custom shirts, hoodies, pants, and different scented products. So without any further ado, I'd like to welcome Sarah Davis. So yeah, I remember it was like 3 years ago we did the ribbon cutting for you guys,
Yep.
and you had just moved from Lyle.
So, I think it was about a year ago we
What
did
was
the
it?
ribbon
Okay, a
cutting.
year
Yeah,
ago.
because I didn't do
Gotcha.
it. I originally started in Lyle, New York. That was my first storefront. And then one opened up in Richford, which is my kid's school district and whatnot. So I thought, it might be a little bit easier getting the kids if we moved to Richford. So we moved to Richford for a while, and we were there for a year. And then I kind of just started like running numbers, looking at books, and I'm like, okay, so I'm selling more of my t-shirts and my custom apparel and stuff like that. And that's really stuff that I can do outside of my or inside my house. Um, so I talked with my husband and I was like, what can we do? And we decided to turn our front room, which has its own entrance and everything. We can has its own entrance to the house as well, so like we can shut the door. We decided to renovate that and make that our storefront, and that's where we did our ribbon cutting there when I freshly moved.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was like you guys had just finished it, and
Yeah.
we did that ribbon cutting, and so exciting. And it's what a good way to be a mom and family person and have your own business and having your own shop in your house.
Yeah,
It's
for
pretty
sure.
cool. Um, So for those of you who don't know where Jewett Hill Road is, it's in Berkshire, and not being on a main strip in the area, how have you been able to grow your business? I'm sure.
Of advertisement is Facebook. It's free
Hmm.
and it's easy. So I've spent a lot of time getting into local groups, ones that, and you got to pay attention to the ones, some of them do not like you advertising your business in there. So I kind of would pay attention to if other businesses were advertising in there and stuff like that for a couple days. And then I would add it to my chain of groups that I shared my posts to. It's been very important sharing posts, following up with customers that have reached out about certain things, even if it's like weeks later. It just keeping you fresh in their mind. So
Hmm.
now I think I've done a good job of that. Now when people need apparel or custom apparel, they'll get on and send me a message on Facebook.
Yeah, staying top of mind is so important because they're not ready to make the decision yet,
Right,
but eventually the cycle always goes is when I have a need, I who am I going to call?
right.
And so it's one of those things. That's why it's like they always say, oh, 5 years, give your business 5 years. It's
Yep,
not just going to happen overnight because people have to learn to, they got to like you, they got to trust you
yep.
with your business. So, um, yeah, you started out kind of with how has your product lines kind of evolved since you started out?
So they have definitely increased. I've definitely had a lot of slow times. I've had a lot of doubts. I've had a lot of moments where I'm like, I don't think I can do this anymore. Like I am working so much for nothing. Um, and just recently, things have really started to pick up. I've been able to get out into my community more. I've been able to get like I got our local softball league. I got another local softball league as well. Doing fundraisers. Key to your success is the key to your business. Not giving up. Like I made a status this morning on my personal page. I was awake at 4 o'clock in the morning and I was just like, wow, I can't believe that I'm waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep because I'm thinking about how many orders I need to do today.
That's awesome.
Going from waking up, how am I going to get orders today?
Where's the next one going to come?
Yeah. So now it's definitely starting to change. I definitely am not going to stop what I'm doing because then my business is definitely going to slow down. It's something that you have to stay on top of.
Yeah, it's like you get into that, like there's these phases in business. It's you start out and then the marketing campaigns are an investment of time and money is like getting the business off the ground. And then all of a sudden the priorities kind of, you still want to keep that funnel going, but it sounds like you just kind of hit the part where you're going over. Now the water's starting to come over the
Yep.
waterfall, and then it's like hard to shut it off. And you get to a point where it's like, okay, how do I scale and
Right.
become efficient?
Yep.
So it's like now your reinvestment is probably going to look more like, okay, how many machines do and forecasting your business and understanding that's like, okay, I don't, you gotta know where to invest in the capacity, right?
Right.
So that's like starts to become like an operational thing
Yep.
now. And you're doing this all by yourself,
Yep.
right? So you gotta be a marketing guru, you've got to be an operate like good on operation and understanding how to scale and keeping costs down and all this stuff
Yep.
while the volume keeps coming in.
Yep. Stay on top of the books, raise 2 kids.
It's getting to be now it's
It's
gonna get
real.
fun. It's real, but it's gonna get fun now.
It is fun.
So
Yeah.
that's cool.
I've been feeling very blessed lately. I'm very grateful that it has made a positive turn. It's made things easier. Like spring break was this week. I kept my kids home. They played while I worked. It was very efficient, and I'm very grateful. I'm able to still be supportive of my husband's business. So,
This is a huge success story, I think, because it's just gonna tell any other entrepreneurs in the area or people thinking about it that it can be done. And I feel like a lot of people sometimes you just got to have the right plan and stuff, and don't worry about that we're in a rural area.
yep,
I think everybody casts out our area because it's like, oh, that's in the middle of nowhere.
yep,
And it's business comes down to relationships. What are you offering?
right. And I
And
have a lot of customers that'll travel all the way from Binghamton just for me to make their shirts, even though like there's how many businesses probably over there
oh
that you
yeah,
get shirts from. They don't have to
no,
come all the way out here and drive 45 minutes just to pick up a t-shirt that they made or I made for them. Like
yeah,
it's wild.
yeah. It's all about differentiating yourself from competition, your service. So this is I've talked to a few business owners in the past 12 months that have been down. And I myself have been down over the last 3 years. It's like you do wonder like what am I doing?
Yeah.
But the minute it starts to happen and that hard work of whether you're tabling at an event to just try and promote your name or whatever, or you're hustling for orders and doing all the marketing on Facebook, once it starts to happen, it's the best feeling.
It really
You have got to trust that it's going to happen.
it is.
You've got to believe it's literally this going into business for yourself is a walk of faith. You have to stick with it. And you did it in such a smart way too, because you limited, like, you're not renting a space.
Right.
You've limited your overhead and your costs.
Yep.
And cost reduction, like keeping costs low in your first 5 years is so important.
And it's hard.
It is hard to do because you got to invest something.
Yeah.
And it's like, and plus put food on the table.
And you can't make money if you don't have money. And
Yep.
that's unfortunately so true.
It's the way it works.
It really is.
It takes money to make money. That's true.
Mm.
So you're working on the local softball teams and stuff. So you've gotten involved with the community. So
Yep,
that's
we're
awesome.
working on it. I would like to become more involved because it is really like nice when you're going to the games and stuff and they're all out there in your jerseys that you made and stuff like that. So it's definitely a good feeling too.
Yeah, for sure.
When your friends are texting you pictures of their kids in their jerseys and stuff.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Did you do any like local sponsorships or anything, or just did the shirts and stuff?
So we were doing a fundraiser.
Okay.
And I kept prices very fair on there, so hopefully people can still afford them. And then we're gonna give a percentage of all those sales to the local softball league.
Awesome. So basically can you just talk about like the operation? How are you so you're getting orders from like on your website?
So a lot of it comes from Facebook.
Okay. So they're buying, like placing the orders through Facebook.
Yeah, am working on setting up my online store of all like my personal um options that I have as far as like different designs and stuff like that because I have so many that I've accumulated over the years. And I figured I might as well share them on our website. It's just very time consuming, so I'm
Hmm.
like trying to take my time with it. The only thing we really have on there right now is the fundraisers. Everything else basically goes through Facebook. I will make something and I post it. If there's a group that I feel like it's suitable to post in, because somebody else might see it there versus, our local group, I'll share it there. But yeah, Facebook is definitely our main source because I think people can see the work, they see you,
Hmm.
and so that's where they
It's
go
good
to.
visibility.
Yeah.
So have you've been in this community for, did you grow up in Lisle or?
Nope, I actually grew up in Shenango Forks. I graduated
That's
from
right.
Shenango Valley.
Okay, gotcha.
I did go to North Valley for a couple years, and when I was in seventh and eighth grade, that's
Okay,
how I knew of my husband. But
gotcha.
I moved out here about 11 years ago.
Did you move out here because did you say your husband was from here?
Yep, my husband's from
Okay.
here.
How do you feel being a business owner in this community and also having your family here? Is that, do you like the dynamic of this community? Like, what do you like about, Northern Tioga, I guess?
So I love our small town. It's really great that my kids they're at school all day. I know they're safe. I know who they're around. I know their janitors. Like I know everybody. So I definitely know like it's more of a warm feeling to be able to do this in your hometown and be able to do it successfully.
Yeah, I get that same feeling. I like being part of, because we just moved to Newark Valley from Endicott. So, because my wife teaches at school,
Oh, wow.
and so it's nice to know that like everyone's gonna know our kids in the
Yep.
school district, and if they see them doing something they're not supposed to, they know they're gonna call me,
Yep.
and I'm gonna get ahead of it.
Yep.
So it's kind of nice. Hopefully they're not gonna listen to this podcast, so they know to evade certain people. But yeah, I mean, nothing beats small town feel, and everybody gets to know you. And I think that, one thing my wife has said, because she grew up in this community, is once this community gets behind you, they'll be loyal to you.
Oh,
They're super
100%.
loyal community to their business owners.
Yes, they are.
Um, as long as you do right by them, they'll take care of you pretty much. So
Exactly.
like you have that good opportunity too with, a business owner that's trusted and well known within, different generations.
Exactly.
That's just going to help as well. So I
Yeah.
think that a good lesson there is like be present in the community that you're going to have your business, right?
Right.
It's people like to do business with people they know.
Yep.
And if you're doing the shirts for a fundraiser or, you know, the local leagues, they want them to be done right.
Oh, 100%, yes. And I
So
like the timely manner of it as well, as I try to be very honest about turnaround times.
nice.
Um, I'll keep them updated. Like it's definitely been new recently with the volume that I've had, but I've done very well at keeping it at the 2 week mark. Sometimes I do have to extend it out to 3 weeks or whatever, but I'm very upfront and honest. And I think customers really appreciate that because they're not ordering shirts hoping they can have them in time.
Yeah. Lead time transparency
Right.
is key. Do you do business for the school?
So not yet. It's something I really would like to get into. I have to look further into how to go about that because I'd like to be able to keep fundraisers going for the school.
And like the different swag you can get for like the different sports teams?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be yeah, it would be very nice to be able to work with the school on something, especially Newark Valley, seeing how my kids go there. My husband went there. I went there for a couple years. It definitely holds a special place in my heart, and
Yeah.
it'd be very nice. And hopefully, eventually, the business will do enough that we can start giving back and sponsoring and things
Mhm.
like that. That's one of our biggest goals with both of our businesses to be able to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that, well, obviously I know my in-laws coach like track and stuff, so I got to figure out who they're using for their stuff, and if they're happy with it, give them your information.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be cool.
Yes, thank you.
Um, what is what do you think got you through your most like low of the low, through your ebbs and flows over the last couple of years? Like, is there something that got you through it, like to keep persevering, or was it just like,
So I really love making shirts. And I really like helping people's designs come to life that they're
Mhm.
looking for. Sometimes I'm definitely getting better at the design part. It's taken me a couple years. Um, but I just really enjoyed it, and I knew that it was going to be very beneficial to both my kids and my husband if I was able to work from home. And so with that, I just kept pushing and praying. That's all I did. I did not know where this was going to take me. I every day was like, I hope that I'm not failing my family.
Mhm.
I should probably be at work at a full-time job, making a full-time income, and I'm not. I'm here spending money making shirts, wondering if I'm going to make it next month. So, it was scary and it was not easy.
Did you get like, for me, in my early going with my business, I got like kind of felt guilty.
Yep.
Did you feel
I felt
guilty?
so guilty. I felt like I was
I'm
failing
like,
my family every day.
it's like that feeling of like if you're not moving every second that you're being lazy.
Yep. Yep.
It's the worst.
It is. It was so hard. I'd be on the computer. I'd be on Etsy. I tried the whole Etsy thing. That was not my
No,
gig at
yeah,
all.
I get weird
Yeah.
reviews about Etsy. It's really kind of a very competitive
It's
place to
just
be.
different.
Yeah.
And like you get charged random charges that you don't understand where they came from. And you're like, wait a minute, why? I haven't
Yeah.
even sold anything on the site yet. I thought it would be better because it's in its own site and people go to Etsy and they search certain things. I thought maybe it would be more beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was not
Mm.
the route to go.
Just so you're straight, your passion and your grit, and you just really you wanted it.
I did.
You were like, this needs to, you were like, failure's not an option,
Nope.
right? And that's literally the approach you need to take.
You do.
When you go into business, you have got to go in not being like, oh, well, I'll see what happens. It's like, no, if you are passionate about something and you believe in yourself and you believe 100% and you do the right things like you've done, and you're gonna get there, but it's not gonna come easy. It
No.
comes easier for some people than others, but I feel like the people that stick with their business, the ones that are around for 40 years, are the ones that start from nothing.
Literally. Yep.
The ones that start from scratch.
Yep.
Because those people, it is like, I don't know. It's there's a saying, become comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't like
it's
that
hard.
saying.
I've hated it's so hard to like stay focused
It is.
when you have that like storm cloud looming over your head.
And oh, how am I going to do this week?
Micro tasks,
Yeah.
little goals.
It was very little goals. It was, getting that one customer each day or one person just to follow up with you each day or people to like your post for the day.
The power of one, the small things that are just going to slowly push,
Yep.
and you review each day. Like I was doing this thing for a while because I would get stir crazy because I'm like, no one's calling me.
Yeah.
I'm doing all this stuff, writing down like, what did I do
Hmm.
today? And just logging it and
Yep.
be like, all right, I did something. Like that takes away the whole like stir crazy of like, oh my God, should I be out on a sidewalk, street corner, like throwing business cards at cars or something? Or
Right.
what am I doing? Like,
Right.
'cause you get some weird ideas
Yeah.
sometimes when feel like your back is up against a wall,
Yeah.
and it's just like, okay, like what's actually going to work?
Right.
Because the last thing anyone wants to talk to is someone who seems desperate.
Exactly.
And so they can tell,
And
people can tell
they
when you're
can tell.
desperate.
That's
And
why it's
it's,
one post a day. I'm not doing more than one. I'm going to
yeah.
share it to these certain groups. But another thing I can tell you that I did that was very exhausting, but definitely very worth it. And anyone that's starting out their own small business, if it's making soaps, making candles, shirts, or anything as far as that, is go to those local vendor events.
Mm.
It is a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. I am so tired. I was loading up machines. I was pressing on site. And I was going this past summer and winter, I did quite a few. And I definitely, by the end of the season, I was burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
I still am,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm to the point now after doing it for 3 years consecutively and going to all these vendor events, making all these relationships. The only reason I want to go at this point now is to see the people that I vendored there with. Um, I'd like to keep everything at home now versus beating up my equipment
Shipping it
and
out, setting up.
every weekend. I
It's
mean,
tiresome.
it's a lot of work. So, but it did help. It did help, but you just got to find the right events. You're not going to go to every event. There was so many events I paid $50 for and didn't even make $5. Like you have it, you take it as a loss.
That's so interesting that you say that right now because we've just been talking about the Newark Valley Summerfest
Mhm.
and like how hard sh the struggle we have with our chamber. We just have a hard time balancing that event so it can be something for everyone, and
Right.
every business is so different in the area, and it's just
They are.
we juggle constantly, and it's just a lot. It is a lot of stress to put that event on, but you saying that's like awesome feedback because we don't really get a ton of feedback unless it's bad feedback, right? About
Yeah.
stuff.
And you get those vendors,
Mm-hmm.
those business owners, that no matter what you do, it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good enough. Those are also the people that have never put on an event before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to put them on either. My husband's cousin and I recently this past year decided to start doing one at the community hall, and all
Oh,
the
awesome.
proceeds from the vendors, we did it on Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. Next year, we're just going to do Small Business Saturday. Black Friday was very quiet because people were at the retail stores. Totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we're going to do it again. And then we were able to give the community hall all the vendor fees.
Oh, that's huge
Yeah. So they got a nice check to help them
with their cost.
with their cost. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was nice. I mean, not everyone made a lot of money, but I think everyone did okay. But it was a lot of work just to put it on, get the vendors out there, the applications, keeping track of it all. Like,
A lot.
I think the Lord for my husband's cousin that helped me with it all.
Mhm.
But it's not easy and you can't make everybody happy. And the people that are the first to criticize are the ones that struggle the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's too bad.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that it's hard for I think we're gonna continue and just push on with this, but um it's one of those things, you saying that is definitely like an uplifting thing to be like, no, there are this could help a
It could,
business.
you don't know.
It could help a business.
I have had vendor events that I've gone to consecutively for the last 3 years, and every year they're different. The first year I went to one of the ones for another school over town. I did incredible at like, and
Hmm.
I didn't know how it was gonna go. It was my first time ever there. And then last year it wasn't the same. There
Mm.
was different things going on in the area. Yeah, that's another thing you have to consider. Like
Timing.
it's hard, especially with like small towns and school sports. Like say you have the event going on and the sports leagues have their sports going on. Everyone's going to the sports, even if they don't have kids playing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's so easy to get, I guess as the people putting it on, it's so easy to like get discouraged. But, if it can help one business owner, like one
Yeah.
business like yourself, have that like,
Step.
hey, this is something that I did and I got one person from it.
Right.
But that one person referred three people, right? Just like get that long-term mindset.
Yep.
Not just like, well, I didn't make anything today. Today was a failure. I'm out $60 and I'm mad at the chamber because you made me, because I paid 50, 40, whatever, however much it was to sit here
Yeah.
all day. And it's like, well, who here had a good experience?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you can't let, that's their choice.
Right.
They can't go in there and be like, all right, now you're responsible for me to make the $60 back.
Right.
They know
That's
going
true.
into it, it's a chance.
Yeah.
You don't know. You're still take your business cards,
Yeah.
take your examples, take samples.
Walk around and network with the other vendors.
Right. I have made a lot of vendor friends, and those are the
Yeah.
people. Those are the people I like to see when I go to the events. I mean, obviously the customers too, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like, hey, you were here last year.
It
Hey,
is
but
its
you got
own.
new stuff.
Yeah.
I always go through, I walk through, and I buy at every event. I try to buy at least 1 to 2 things from another vendor.
That's cool.
So I'll like think ahead to Christmas or holidays or whatever, and I'll be like, like this is what I have to spend. I give myself a limit, and I walk around and see if I find anything for other people. But I always try to like support another vendor while I'm there
That's awesome.
in one way or another. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Awesome. Well, I think we're starting to come up on time. Was there anything else you wanted to share with like any other maybe entrepreneurs? Any advice? Any last minute?
Just keep pushing. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put your face out there. I'm not good with interviews, but here I am.
You gotta get out of your comfort zone, man.
You do. You have to go.
Did you have fun on today's podcast?
It was fun. It was fun.
It's kind of nice to listen to yourself talk
I
sometimes.
know.
I don't sound as bad as like when I record myself on a phone to this thing.
Right. This thing does make you sound a little bit better.
Yeah.
Not you, but me.
Well, it goes both ways. Yeah, I feel like I sound a little bit better too.
That's good.
So if you're a local business owner and you want to be on our podcast and talk about your business or your story, we'd love to have you on. Again, today's guest was Sarah Davis, owner of Farmhouse Scents and Designs, located on
Jewett Hill Road in Berkshire.
Jewett Hill Road in Berkshire. So is there a good email for someone to reach out to you if they had a need?
So make sure you to follow us on Facebook, and I do have emails. Do I just say it on here?
You could say it on here, or I can put it in the link. I can post it with
I'd
it.
let you post it because it's
All right.
a little different.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let it post it.
Entrepreneurs out there have any questions and I can help with, don't be afraid to reach out.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Yep.